YouTube comments are pissing in the wind. And it's not too much of a stretch to say that making music is pissing in the wind, that the human experience is pissing in the wind. And if those things are pissing in the wind, then YouTube comments are probably more akin to shitting on your own face. Hey, I'm Josh Tillman, and I'm responding to some very well-constructed YouTube critiques of me and my life, what I do. It's where I turn when I need a true north creatively. The late, great Satan, like that, says an absurdly overstimulating orgy of childish psychedelic blasphemies replete with occult symbolism supports these songs, mocking Faustian bargains and spiritual abandonment. Wish I'd written that. Well done. You're the cream of the YouTube comment crop thus far. 10 Mile Cats says, Father John Misty has made eradicating genital warts his lifelong mission. For this, he deserves much credit and praise. I had no idea that's what I'd been doing all this time. But I do hope people are fucking to my music. And as such, I guess genital warts is a bit of an occupational hazard there. Yeah, I'm not exactly crushing here. I was hoping for like something I could really cry about. I Am American Mutt says, J. Tillman, Father John Misty, or just plain old Josh, plain sick, it's spelled P-L-A-N-E. However you know him, you gotta love him. What an awesome human being. All right, if it's on YouTube, it's gotta be true. You know, not to like break down the fourth wall or anything, but I'm not sure that any of my friends are people who spend time leaving comments like this. Most of the time, they're just kind of love taps. And when they're angry, it's indicative of some kind of psychosis in general. I think that this is hate fucking. You know, you're still having a good time. You're still getting laid, but you get to maintain your dignity in the hate element or something. Okay, Ornithology 101. I'm concerned about me, BC. The only thing I find disturbing about this video is Tillman making out with his bassist at 1:44 minute. I suppose any guy that can dance like that has to have a wee bit of sugar in his tank, but that there's nothing wrong with that. It just kills the sexy for me. I'll just have to dig the tunes without the fantasy. Yeah, I guess I do have a bit of sugar in my tank. I was having a bit of like a 8.5 moment when we did that video because, you know, I put out the call for extras, and of course, like, the only people who respond are women, many of whom I'd kind of messed around with in the past, and so it kind of became this, some sort of like meta moment. The kissing of Jeff was maybe a way of absolving myself of any kind of like cheese dick ladies man fantasy or something that I had inadvertently constructed around me. To me, I take this comment as sort of like a George Bush landing on the aircraft carrier beneath a mission accomplished sign, because that was sort of the idea, was to undermine like what could have been a very ham-fisted interpretation of the video, which is me surrounding myself with beautiful babes. I guess I get a lot of satisfaction out of this particular comment. So there you go. I'm glad I killed your fantasy. You have a cheesy fantasy, my friend. Obviously, I watched my comings and goings on the internet. I mean, I'm interested in that. It is the cum stain on the sheet of the artistic experience. Everybody wants to look at it. They want to see how visible it is. They wonder if other people are noticing that it's there. So in that way, I do check it out. I think all of my songs are generally just YouTube comments on the human experience YouTube video. Okay.